Hi everyone, and welcome to my review of the latest Saving Matt Damon movie. This is my review of The Martian, the brand new film, of course, directed by the master himself, filmmaker, producer, all around in his 70s, I believe, Ridley Scott. This is his brand new film. The guy's like making like one movie a year almost. I think for the most part, he might have skipped a couple years, but gosh, I hope I'm alive as much as he is when I'm in my 70s and just enjoying what I love to do. And this guy's not stopping anytime soon. And so this new movie, of course, is based on the very popular book, which I never read, never really knew existed until like a year ago when I heard this movie was officially going to be made by Ridley Scott. Of course, it starts Matt Damon, Jessica Chastain, Jeff Daniels, Chiwetel Ejiofor, everybody else in the whole world. There's so many people in this movie. It could feel so crowded with all these people. But let's talk about what's the movie about. Of course, Matt Damon, he's an astronaut. He's he deals with plants and stuff. I'm not gonna say. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a moviegoer. I'm a movie lover. That's all I know. So he is stuck there on planet Mars when he is left for dead. His crew members, his friends, something bad happens and he's left there and they have to get out of there. But they find out that he is alive, and will they go back? Will they save the day? Will Matt Damon survive another Matt Damon movie? He didn't survive Interstellar. Spoiler alert. Anyways, so how did I feel about this movie? I saw it in 3D. I wish it was in IMAX as well. It's one of those experiences where you need to see it in 3D. It really enhanced the experience. I tried to see it in the closest 3D aspect experience that I could do. It wasn't really IMAX, but the sound was great. The picture quality was amazing. I saw it in Cinemark XD. I don't know what that means, but anyways, I wanted to see it the closest possible way to 3D and IMAX that I possibly could. And this is why I love cinema so much. This is a perfect reason why I love to go to the movies, to have these kinds of experiences, to get as close to space as I possibly ever do in this lifetime. I love movies like Gravity, and I did enjoy Interstellar, but I feel like this movie, when it comes to, and I'm again not a scientist, doesn't really understand science, barely made it through high school, but I feel like watching this movie, I really understood for the most part what was going on, you know, with the science and everything that involves a movie like this. I really felt like the filmmakers did an amazing job to get me, an idiot, to understand what was going on, even though I don't understand the science perfectly. Again, you know, I've said this in my Gravity and my Interstellar review. I'm always interested to see if someone's watching my video and is a scientist, or someone who understands outer space and all the logic that goes into it. Does this film do a good job to get you to believe that this really could happen? This is a realistic, this could be a realistic story. I don't know. As a movie, it felt that way. It felt like I was watching a based on a true story kind of movie. I almost wish, like halfway through the movie, I was like, man, I wish this was a based on a true story. This such an amazing story, like Apollo 13. That one's based, of course, on a true story. This one just, it's too good to be true. And of course, it's not true. It's based on a book. I realize that, but it just almost feels like watching the movie, like, wow, this feels like so real. And I think I contribute that to the amazing filmmaking that's going on here. The great direction, the great acting, the great cinematography, the great special effects, everything that's involved in a story like this. You really forget that you're watching a movie. You feel like you're watching something real. And I really love the moments where Matt Damon is playing against himself, just like Tom Hanks played against himself, or that ball in that, you know, that ball in Castaway. But I love those moments where he really truly had to show why he's a great actor, and I would not be surprised if he gets nominated for an Academy Award. He definitely deserves it. Great direction by Ridley Scott proves once again this guy is the man. And yes, he's had some films that didn't really capture the eyes of the audience, but in my opinion, he has never made a bad film. I either enjoy or I love a Ridley Scott movie, and I've enjoyed the last few films that have come out. I've see them for their faults, but he is just a great director. And this cast, the screenplay is written by Drew Goddard, who of course directed Cabin in the Woods and recently worked on Daredevil and other things, and he wrote the screenplay. It was a great script. Everything was handled so well, and hopefully it's because there's a great book there. That's probably the main reason, is that there is a great story, there's great original material. I've never read the book, I probably never plan to, but I'm glad someone came up with this idea. Where did this guy come from? I have no idea, or girl, don't know who wrote this book. But just what a great concept. And I liked how it really used space, the technology, NASA, which is a real thing, of course. So all that stuff makes this for a very believable story. But I really enjoyed the script by Drew Goddard. Great music as well. Great, you know, they had some music from David Bowie and ABBA and a lot of disco songs. You know, the humor. When they incorporated the disco music, that's what reminded about all the great humor that's in this film. The movie's very funny, and I contribute that also to a great script, great chemistry with the cast, and you have so many people in this film, and no one felt left out, especially if they're a big name or you know them maybe from film or television. Everybody, or maybe you don't know them at all, you've never seen them before, act before. I think everybody that has dialogue in this film, you really feel like they're really a part of this movie. That they're a part of this universe that is created in this film. I could have watched this movie for another hour, and it felt like there's a lot of stuff that probably was taken out of the book to condense it down to 2.5 hours. But I could have watched it for another hour. It was that intriguing. It was just what an experience. What an amazing experience this film is. And I just loved it so much. And I just appreciate it as a film lover first. And I'm interested to see it's studied by, you know, of course, smarter folks than I am. Just an amazing film that I cannot recommend enough. It's one of the best films of the year, one of the best films I've ever seen in my life, and one of the best films directed by Ridley Scott. Hats off to him, and the rest of his the crew, the great crew, great locations, and it's nice of him to step out since he's kind of gone back into science fiction, and he's going back into science fiction soon with more Prometheus. But you know, I think, you know, for all the complaints that people complained about Prometheus and the science and the way the scientists acted in that film, I think it hopefully it shut off a lot of people who were after watching this movie, because it seems like the scientists, for as real as a movie could get, felt like they were acting like they would really act in real life. And just an amazing film. I've said that, repeated myself, so I'm going to stop with this review. Thank you for giving us another reminder why I love cinema the most, making outer space feel so perfect. And I was on the edge of my seat in those last final moments. I was holding my breath until I at least saw Ridley Scott's directed this movie, and I was like, okay, good, I can relax now. Wow. So in the comment box below, have you seen The Martian? What did you think? Let's start a dialogue. And what is your favorite Ridley Scott film? Bye! Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.